explore the most notorious actually, they're not notorious at all. We're just talking about some serial killers that you don't know. During World War II, Leonardo Cancoli's son, Giuseppe...
Is that actually right?
He murdered.
Did you look into this to pronounce that right?
No.
All right, sick.
But we will research it before this goes out. And still say it wrong.
I kind of just wing all these pronunciations.
No, I love it. I just wanted to make sure.
During World War II, Leonardo Cancoli's son, Giuseppe, told her he was going to join the Royal Italian Army. Having lost 13 of her children previously, she feared for Giuseppe and wanted to protect him. As a result, she returned to the one thing that would preserve his life: human sacrifice. It's uncertain why she had this belief, as the most popular religion in Italy at the time was Catholicism, which forbade such actions. Are you getting stalked or something? Oh. You're always looking back there like somebody's about to grab you or something.
No, he dropped his beer.
You're a little quiet, so I just wanted to turn you up a little bit.
The demons are coming for me.
Turns him all the way down. Whoa.
Just somebody's getting gang
The demons.
I know, I noticed that.
It's uncertain why she had this belief, as the most popular religion in Italy at the time was Catholicism, which forbade such actions. Nevertheless, in the pursuit of her protection, she would kill 3 women.
Wow.
Leonardo's first victim would be Faustina Seti. After inviting Seti to her home under the guise that she would set her up with a husband, Leonardo gave Seti a glass of wine mixed with sleeping pills and brutally axed her to death.
Was she asleep first?
I would assume so.
It would suck to wake up to an axe going through you.
I know,
well,
right?
maybe she died in her sleep, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like when that first axe hit, you're going to wake up before you die.
I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
That's true.
Like, that's never been used before.
It depends on where you hit them, though.
True. Like right in the leg first.
Okay, yeah. That's why I even give them sleeping pills at that point.
Yeah, true.
I think, at least she was being nice about it. She gave her sleeping pills.
Hey, man, I'm going to kill you, but you're going to be asleep.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'd rather have that than, I don't know.
I'm cool either way.
She then cut her into 9 pieces and put her blood into a basin. Cancoli explained her process.
I threw the pieces into a pot, added 7 kilos of caustic soda, which I had bought to make soap, and stirred the whole mixture until the pieces dissolved in a thick, dark mush that I poured into several buckets and emptied in a nearby septic tank.
Wild.
As for the blood in the basin, I waited until it had coagulated, dried it in the oven, ground it, and mixed it with flour, sugar, chocolate, milk, and eggs, and you can try it at home, as well as a bit of margarine, kneading all the ingredients together. I made lots of crunchy tea cakes and served them to the ladies who came to visit, though Giuseppe and I also ate them.
Wild.
See, I originally thought, like, don't you do the women's? Don't you do the women?
No, it's just how we feel.
No, he does he does every single Mexican.
Amen.
Amen. Her second victim, Francesca Solvi, would be lured into her home on the premise that Leonardo had organized a teaching job for her.
A what?
A teaching.
Oh, okay. I thought you said cheating.
No. Not like planting chia seeds or something.
Yeah.
She drugged Salvi, slaughtered her with an axe, and baked her into tea cakes. Her last victim she would also drug an axe. However, this time, instead of turning her into a tea cake to feed to her neighbors, she melted her victim's flesh down and turned her into soap.
She ended up in the pot like the other 2. Her flesh was fat and wet. When it had melted, I added a bottle of cologne, and after a long time on the boil, I was able to make some most acceptable creamy soap. I gave bars to neighbors and acquaintances. The cakes, too, were better. That woman was lovely.
I am never accepting anything from neighbors, ever.
I know, right?
Well, she's human and sacrificing for her son to survive, but I do appreciate, like, she's got some sort of MacGyver kind of, like, resourcefulness. Like, you're not just going to kill somebody, you're going to make some use out of it.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, waste not, want not.
That's true, yeah.
But these are in quotes, right? So she said these things.
She said these things.
But where did she say these from? Like, what, jail or?
Yeah, she said the quotes from jail, though.
I got you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, these are, we're going into some sort of, total drama island thing where people are getting interviewed,
I got you. I just wanted to make sure we knew what was going on.
One of the victim's family members would grow suspicious and would point them in the direction of Leonardo. They found tons of evidence, including axes, cauldrons, and victims' belongings. Leonardo initially denied everything, but when the blame shifted to her son Giuseppe, she admitted to it all. At first they believed Giuseppe helped her slice the body, but she proved she was alone in the crimes by chopping up a body from the morgue in 12 minutes.
Oh my god. Hey guys. Hey guys, he didn't help me. I got this. Watch, I'll prove it.
I know, right? On today's show.
And she actually ended up getting a Guinness World Record for this.
No one's ever done it faster.
Yeah.
Until 1940s Germany.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, wow.
In prison, Leonardo was a model prisoner, spending her time crocheting and baking goods, finally passing away from cerebral apoplexy at age 79.
You got there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I would trust her goods in prison, though. She baked goods in prison. She's a
Oh, I
model
missed
prisoner.
that. I totally. I got hung
wow.
up on you saying apocalypse.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't think that I would trust...
Crocheting and baking goods, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Did anybody go missing in jail while she was there? Because okay.
No, I'm pretty sure she quit, you know. She did that all to preserve her son, you know. What a good mother, really.
Yeah, honestly, A+.
Yeah. At least she cared for her kid.
And that's all. You know, that's all we can ask for in this
Yeah.
life is to care for our children and our children's children.
No. After that, you
No,
just give
yeah,
up
no,
on them.
yeah, okay, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
their
we
problem.
We've done our job.
Children's.
All right.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy, the weepy-voiced killer.
doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. Well, we won't forget him after this.
Oh,
In the 1980s, Minneapolis would be terrorized by a murderer known as the weepy-voiced killer, named after his habit of making emotional phone calls after his killings. It was New Year's Eve of 1980 when the weepy-voiced killer made his very first attack. Karen Potak was attending a nightclub with several friends. As the nightclub was closing, her friends noticed that Potak was nowhere to be found. She had already left and was walking the short distance back home. As she strolled down the street, she was ambushed. She was bludgeoned across the head with a tire iron before being left for dead under the winter sky.
Left 4 Dead. That's a great game.
Yeah. After the attack, local police received a phone call from a man who directed police to the crime scene. He wailed before abruptly hanging up the phone. When police and paramedics arrived on the scene, they were horrified by the brutality of the attacker. The beating was so violent that it exposed Potak's brain.
Ugh.
Yeah. Miraculously, she survived the attack, but was left
What?
without her memory. The next victim wouldn't be so lucky. A group of teenage boys stumbled across a gruesome scene. As they were walking through a wooded area, they found a body. The body would be identified as 18-year-old Kimberly Compton. She had been stabbed 61 times, mainly on the chest with an ice pick. Furthermore, she was strangled with a shoelace.
Jeez.
After her murder, police received another phone call, very similar to the phone call they received following the first attack. The man down the line declared,
Will you find me? I just stabbed somebody with an ice pick. I can't stop.
Hold on.
I can't stop myself. I keep killing somebody.
Police traced the phone call to a payphone at a bar across the street, but when they arrived, no one was there. 2 days after the discovery of Compton's body, he would call the police again, exclaiming,
I'll try not to kill anyone else. Emma couldn't help it. I don't know why I stabbed her. Emma's so upset about it.
33-year-old Kathleen Greening was scheduled to go on a vacation to Mackinac Island with her best friend, Carol Kellogg. When Kellogg arrived at
These
her
sound like
friend's...
fake names, all of them.
Hey,
Names have
Kellogg
been
had to come
changed
from
to protect
somewhere.
the innocent.
True.
When Kellogg arrived at her friend's house, she knocked on the front door. When nobody answered, she let herself in. She called out for Greening, but there was no reply, so she started to search room to room. She got to the bathroom and noticed that the light was on with the door partially closed. Kellogg pushed open the door and discovered exactly why her best friend wasn't replying when she called her name. She was dead.
I mean, that would explain it.
Yeah. Greening's naked body was face up in the water with her head under the tap and her knees bent toward the front of the tub. Initially, police ruled her death an accident. It wouldn't be until years later, yeah, she just
Because that happens
folded
all the
into a
time.
pretzel in the bathtub.
Yeah.
That would be so embarrassing.
Well, we didn't get a phone call this time, so she must have done it herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
That would be so embarrassing if you just like cross like a pretzel buck naked in the bathtub. Oh man, you're just looking down from yourself from heaven like, oh man, that's how I died. I just
that's
slipped.
rough.
One rough slip and some soap, you know?
Yep, some soap from the witch down the street.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It wouldn't be until years later that her death would also be attributed to the weepy-voiced killer. The fourth victim was a nurse named Barbara Simmons. Simmons had been at the Hexagon bar where she met her killer when she offered him a cigarette. Simmons told a waitress that he was going to give her a lift home. She was found dead the following morning by a newspaper carrier walking along the Mississippi River. She had been stabbed to death. Once again, the killer called the police and said,
Please don't talk. Just listen. I'm sorry I killed that girl. I stabbed her 40 times. Kimberly Compton was the first one over in St. Paul.
The first person the police wanted to speak to in relation to the murder was the man whom Simmons had met at the bar. As police were attempting to track this man down, he attacked his final victim. 19-year-old Denise Williams was working the streets when she was approached by the man who asked for her services. The duo arranged a price and Williams hopped into his car. After the man turned onto a dead-end road, Williams knew that something was wrong. Before she even had a chance to react, he lunged at her with a screwdriver, stabbing her a total of 50 times. Williams, he wanted to be tickled. The prostitute, Elmo wanted to be tickled. Alright, that's it. That's the only joke I have there.
Wow.
Tickle me, Elmo.
Tickle me. Elmo wants your services.
Elmo's embarrassed, but Elmo wants your services.
Williams successfully reached for a glass bottle that was sitting in the footwell and smashed her attacker over the face before fleeing from his car. When the man returned home to his apartment, he noticed that the wound on his face was quite severe and decided to seek medical treatment. The man was identified as 37-year-old Paul Michael Stefani. He worked as a hospital janitor and a shipping clerk. He later said that he kept losing jobs and blamed the epilepsy he had suffered on his old job. Angry, he returned to the area around the factory. This was where he saw Karen Potak.
When I picked her up, she had no jacket, and I thought I'd take her out for a cup of coffee. I just wanted to warm her up, and my mind snapped or something.
This is almost like Archie Bunker, like.
Oh, Archie.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it almost sounds like
Archie Bunker's wife.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know who Archie Bunker is.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just sad. I'm old.
Stefani was soon apprehended and was charged with attempted second-degree assault. He was found guilty of the murder of Barbara Simmons, but due to a lack of evidence, he couldn't be tied to the other murders. In 1997, however, Stefani confessed to the murder of Kim Compton after finding out that he had cancer and had less than a year to live.
I'd rather go to the grave knowing this is all taken care of off and off my... I'd rather go to the grave... I'd rather go to the grave knowing this is all taken care of and off my chest.
Stefani said. He also confessed to the murders of Barbara Simmons and Kathy Greening. The year after confessing, Stefani died at the Oak Park's Height maximum security prison.
So he was 38 when he died, or? Well, he was 37 when... Oh, never mind. There's been more years happening.
Yeah.
Forget I said anything.
He was like old.
I don't know, but I just want to say that you two make talking about serial killers fun. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, yeah.
You know, and that's all I can really ask for.
I know, right, man?
But, no, I had a thought. I don't have it anymore.
That's all right. Wait a minute. We should think about this. That don't happen very.
My question is, why did he do that, though? Why did he
make the calls, or why did he kill people?
Well, why did he kill all those people and then make the calls?
I've always heard that killers somewhere in their mind want to get caught. So, like, that's why they'll sometimes return to the scene of the crime, right? So maybe he, in his mind, something... Because they're obviously psychotic. So something in his mind is like, I kind of want to get caught. That's just my opinion. I don't really know. And I've never studied serial killers, and I'm not one.
Do you think they're crazy? Really? I mean, anybody could probably do that, right?
That guy in particular...
Anybody could do that. Anybody
Yeah.
could do that.
Had a few
I mean,
screw
except talk
loose.
like Elmo. Most people can't do that. That's a good
Yeah, I
thing.
mean, I don't know. Maybe.
That guy in particular had a few screw looses, like loose.
Screw looses.
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
Foot looses.
Mm-hmm. Foot lease.
Foot lice.
Yep. Ew. I don't like it anymore.
This one doesn't act... this guy was called the Maniac, but due to the nature of his crimes, I call him the Moist Maniac.
The Moist Maniac?
Wow.
You'll see.
I'm gonna be honest. I already like it.
I'm thinking the same.
You will not very soon. This is a very disturbed story.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you never know.
He is believed to have suffered from hydrocopulis as a young child.
Hydrocephalus. I
Yes,
believe.
and that's where they sweat a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I knew that.
He is
Sure,
believed
I know.
to have suffered from hydrocephalus as a young child, which later led to genital urinary tract problems and an inability to maintain an erection.
I can relate.
Oh, yeah. As you get older, it gets worse too, man.
So true. His first sexual encounter was at 15 years old with a girl whom he had cornered.
I can relate.
During the
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
And
I'm kidding.
Good thing we've got.
Glad this isn't live.
is this just a story of you?
Yeah.
Wait, what? This is just me. What the heck?
How'd you get this story?
That's weird.
During the struggle, he squirted prematurely, which only made him more ridiculed.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the word choice there.
Squirted?
Yep. Makes me feel uneasy and a little moist.
That's what you do. You squirt.
All right.
Weren't we like moist last
like
a couple
a-
weeks ago?
It's like a
Isn't that word?
Moist what?
Weren't we moist a couple weeks ago? Like when we did this?
what?
I'm pretty moist right
What?
now.
I'm thinking
What
about
is
this.
this old creepy guy talking about? What the heck?
Oh
Weren't
goodness.
we all just moist last week, guys?
We moistened up before the show, so.
All right, we got to get off the subject. Mother will click off.
Yeah, your mom is watching this.
Kurt Koster was on the
Okay.
surface.
I think we can block that one out.
Andre. All right, okay. Andrei Chikatilo was on the surface your average family man with a wife and 2 kids. His first known victim was 9-year-old Lena Zakotnova. It is believed that he lured her into an abandoned shed where he attempted to diddle her. While trying to stop the girl from struggling, Andrei Chikatilo slashed her with a knife, discharging whilst doing so.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm no longer having fun.
No, that's just sick. Wow.
I told you, this one gets deep. This one gets...
Who in the right frame of mind could get excited about something?
They
so
couldn't.
sick?
That's why he's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be rooting on his death on this one. And then
I already
think-
am.
I believe you will be satisfied.
Oh, good.
Good.
Just like him, every time he kills someone.
That's unfortunate to hear.
On September 3rd, 1981, he struck his second victim. Larissa Chakentcho, 17-year-old, was strangled, stabbed, and gagged with earth and leaves to prevent her from crying out.
That's insane.
Investigations showed that in some cases he ate the sexual organs of his victims. He used to damage the eyes of his victims, believing that the eyes held an imprint of his face even after death.
What did he watch? Wild Wild West? They
I
did
was
that in
gonna
that
say,
movie.
I knew there was a movie that did that.
Yeah, he probably got it from there.
Yeah.
I mean, he was Russian, though, so I don't know if they had that over there. But
Oh, sorry. Wild Wild West.
yeah.
That was pretty good Russian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I used to want to be a voice actor, so we'll just bring it all out here.
During
Pretty
the
good.
time period of these murders in the Soviet Union, the idea of a serial killer was often suppressed by the media. However, the damage to the eyes of many victims led law enforcement to investigate the killings in connection with one another. Police managed to get the killer's blood type. It was AB blood type, obtained from a seed left at the crime scenes. In 1984, 15 more bodies were added to the count. By this time, police efforts intensified, with most train and bus stations being under surveillance, leading authorities to arrest Chikatilo for diddling a young girl. At the time,
That's your choice.
Yeah,
of
the
right?
words is getting me. It's good word choices. Good word choices, bad story. Like it.
at the time of the investigation, forensic techniques were not that sophisticated. Therefore, no one realized that Chikatilo's actual blood type A was different from the type found in his other bodily fluids, AB, leading investigators to eliminate him from the suspects list.
Oh, great. So he's
Even-
going to go on to do it again, probably.
You're going to go on to diddle somebody else. isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to keep diddling.
Even though he was carrying a suitcase with him at the moment of his arrest containing a knife, the dots were never connected. He was sentenced to 1 year in prison. He was released after 3 months.
Okay. Time to go moistly diddle somebody else, probably.
Yeah. Time to glaze someone else's donut.
Mm-hmm.
19 more victims were added to the body count during the next 2 years.
Jeez.
On November 6, 1990, he murdered his final victim, Sveta Korostik. While leaving the scene, his behavior raised suspicion among the police officers monitoring the nearby station, and his details were taken. He came out of the woods washing his bloody hands. Stefani was soon apprehended and was charged with attempted second-degree assault. He was found guilty of the murder of Barbara Simmons, but due to a lack of evidence, he couldn't be tied to the other murders.
Did we miss part of it, or did I?
No. He
Really?
got one of the things was suspicious because he came out of the woods with bloody hands, washing his bloody hands.
Right.
And that's how the police got him.
Mine's wrong.
Oh, wait.
Mine's not reading right.
Oh wait, no, I just flipped it back to this side. Never mind.
Oh, I was like, what in the world happened there?
Yeah, I got really confused.
And he says, I'm mistaken.
Not bad.
Not even close.
Okay, he claimed to have killed a total of 56 victims. Not all names were confirmed. The number of victims was far greater than what the police initially thought. The Maniac, as the media called him, was held in an iron cage for the purpose of keeping him apart from the relatives of his many victims. His behavior in court baffled many, from singing to talking nonsense. At one point during his trial, he dropped his trousers, showing off and waving his genitals at the crowd.
And I'm back in. I'm back in.
That's what you're doing if you ever get convicted in court.
What a distraction.
He was found guilty of 52 murders and sentenced to death.
Well, it depends.
Andrei Chikatilo was executed with a gunshot to the back of his head.
I feel like they could have maybe done a little bit more.
Like a whole firing squad instead of just one person?
No, more like they start slicing him a little bit every day, several times, so it
Yeah.
never stops hurting for like a year.
See, I would be against that. Not against the idea of it, but obviously, we have that amendment, whatever amendment it is.
This is
that
Russia, though.
Cruel and unusual punishment. That's what I'm saying. That's why usually I'd be like, oh, that can't happen. But this is Russia. Why don't you have more severe punishment?
That's a good point.
They don't
huh?
have something like that.
But I feel like cruel and unusual punishment should be withheld from stuff like this.
I do
And you
too.
can go ahead and do that cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, maybe we
Yeah.
should change the amendments. Honestly, that'd be great. But the bad part about it is that I think that amendment was created because you never know for sure, like 100% most of the times. And people are going to use that as like an excuse. Like imagine if you weren't a pedophile and then they just started like clipping, like, okay, just start skinning you alive and you're
Yeah.
just some dude.
Yeah, some of the stuff I think they need to have 100% guarantee that you did it.
Yeah, I would say if that's going to happen, you need 100%.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
need at
right,
least two
right.
witnesses.
Yeah.
Maybe three.
Or enough evidence to be like there's no possible
No.
way.
Yeah, right. Then torture away.
Yes.
No, about 2 or 3 people.
Okay. All
I'd
right.
say, yeah, he did it.
Well, when we decide on this law next time when we're in Congress, we'll talk about that again.
Yeah. I gotta go tinkle real quick. Hold on.
I'll be long dead by then, but
I'd be interested to know if anybody. I'd be interested to see if anybody knows about this dude, the Happy Face Killer.
Not off that name.
Okay. Well, that is kind of his name, so I guess you probably don't know him.
Oh, Keith Jasperson? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't know.
The Happy Face Killer, whose real name is Keith Jesperson, killed 8 women between 1990 and 1995 while traveling across the United States as a long-haul
he's
trucker.
French.
His
That's not
history-
bad.
Okay. The Happy Face Killer, whose real name is Keith Jesperson, killed 8 women between 1990 and 1995 while traveling across the United States as a long-haul trucker.
Now he's going to cut that funny part stuff out.
No, I'll leave it in,
Unbelievable.
but I need it for the short, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh.
Because if I hear, in the middle of the short,
Oui, oui.
like, that's the intro, and people are going to be like, what the heck?
Wait, I didn't hear what he was saying.
His history of violence dates back to early childhood, when he began torturing and killing animals. At as young as 5 years old, he would capture cats, birds, small dogs, and other animals to inflict pain on them through brute force and strangulation.
Oh, hey, Luke, you used to do that.
I think my dog farted.
Oh boy, look, he's enjoying it too.
If
He's
only
right
the
down
Happy
there
Face
with it.
Killer was here.
He's like, this is good. They're gonna like this.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm thinking? Better you guys than me. See ya.
Oh my god. Will that stinker linger?
Yeah, that too.
Following the discovery of his
Sure,
first
looking
victim, he claimed
Nice, thank
credit. What the heck?
I couldn't help myself. He stops every time.
Following
Following
Claus.
baguette.
Baguette, oui, oui. All right, sorry.
Excuse my French. Pardon my French. Following the discovery of his first victim, he claimed credit, writing about his first murder in a bus terminal bathroom. The message was signed with a smiley face. In later years, Jesperson also sent anonymous letters to the Oregonian newspaper.
Oregonian.
I'm not old.
It's not that. It's just we lived in Oregon.
I
I mean, you did too, right? At one point.
He was born there.
Yeah.
In later years,
Still am.
Jesperson also sent anonymous letters to the Oregonian newspaper about what had his... Wait, what? In later years, Jesperson also sent anonymous letters to the... Oregon on it.
We've got him frazzled. Maybe he should read the next paragraph.
Okay, whatever. Just read that one sentence.
In later years, Jesperson also sent anonymous letters to the Oregonian newspaper about what had become his multiple murders.
Thank you.
Smiley faces again served as his signature, prompting a journalist to dub him the Happy Face Killer.
Not the smiley face killer?
I mean, that made more sense to me, but yeah. After killing 3 women in 1992, Happy Face later divulged that he staved off his murderous urges for more than a year by committing arson while on the road as a trucker. In 1995, one Angela Surprise ran into Happy Face at a bar.
More like Angela's surprise. No?
I'm sorry. I was still trying to figure out where we were.
She traveled east with him.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
She traveled. What the heck? Why are you guys just messing with me today? What the heck is this?
Because it's fun.
You're sabotaging.
Listen, there's so much I can just,
riff off of.
Yeah.
She traveled east with him in his truck. He claimed he strangled her because she wouldn't let him sleep.
That's
I
valid.
just honestly understand.
That is
That-
valid,
yeah.
yeah.
He decided to drag her body underneath his vehicle to impede identification. The Happy Face Killer's 8th and final victim was his girlfriend, Julie Winningham. Jesperson became a suspect after Winningham's body was found
More like
because he was
Jenny
known
losing him.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to interrupt
I
again.
had to.
I was going to say that exact same thing.
That's funny.
Jesperson became a suspect after Winningham's body was found because he was known to be her boyfriend. After the police questioned him, he attempted suicide but ended up confessing to his girlfriend's murder. Since his first murder conviction, he has received 4 life sentences for several of his gruesome misdeeds. Jesperson is currently serving out his sentence at the Oregon State Penitentiary.
Oregon. That's like people that have never even heard of the state.
That's like when they call, in Ohio, they have the Oregon district. It drives me crazy.
I taught my kids better than that.
This is wild.
I
I
bet
can't believe you
the
said
other
that.
kids might be able to.
Anybody who watches this from Oregon is going to be
know.
like, what?
Yeah, they'll be turning it off immediately. Like, that guy don't even know what's what.
Well, I know the state. It just looks like Oregon. It
Sure it
doesn't look
does.
like
Sure it
Oregon.
does. Yeah.
Nobody ever said that.
Alright. Honestly, this guy's kind of lame. It's just kind of cool. His little trademark.
I like the name.
Yeah, he kind of got it handed to him. He's just kind of like.
I'm assuming based on the name what he's going to be doing.
Oh no, I meant the last guy.
Oh. Yeah, what about him?
He was just kind of lame. He just killed people.
Yeah, he's just a little murderer.
He had 2 things that were cool about him. One,
But the happy face thing's cool.
yeah, the happy face thing is cool. That he that was like his signature move.
Yeah.
And then obviously his name. Like if I killed people, I should have some sort of signature thing that I do.
What would it be?
Leaving them crumbs of my offspring.
All right.
Vampire of Sacramento. Richard Chase showed signs of mental illness at a young age, but his father, a strict and sometimes physically abusive parent, did little to get him help. Chase was disturbed and unhappy as a child, and his symptoms grew worse in adolescence. He set several small fires, frequently lit the bed, and displayed signs of cruelty towards animals.
That's like half my kids.
That's
You better be watching out.
I know,
later.
right? Not really. Just kidding. They're not that hard on the animals.
They're still alive. But-
For now. We actually had a
Digest.
foster call where we could have accepted this 7-year-old kid, but then he was drowning his bunny rabbits and stuff.
Ooh. That's-
Yeah, we frown on that.
that's
at
not
our
a good
house.
sign.
Yeah. So if we would have accepted him, we probably wouldn't be doing this podcast. We'd probably be dead.
Yeah, well.
That's a good
yeah.
point.
I'd be doing a podcast about what happened.
Yeah, and you'd be famous. You would be famous.
Your whole family dies, and after that,
Yeah.
you're just true crime number
Yeah.
1. You just make a whole career off of your family's death.
There actually is a true crime story that we could eventually talk about my other side of my family.
Oh, that'd be great.
But I don't want to talk about it right now because I don't know how. It's still kind of fresh. So
yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe it was still pending in the courts.
no, it's not solved.
Oh,
yet.
wow.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
we'll solve it. We can be like the mystery gang.
Good.
Just
Good.
still
Yeah.
fresh in his head, though. Oh, no.
Oregon.
We gotta
Oregon,
stop
thank-
feeding you Fent and stuff.
No fat next time.
No offense.
He had some coffee right before this.
Oh, I did. That's right. And I haven't
He's
had
not
coffee.
having
I haven't had coffee in
All
freaking
right.
weeks too. So
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hold on for a second. Alright, let me do this though.
Okay.
Chase's problems grew worse when his father allegedly kicked him out of the house. Without supervision, Chase turned to alcohol and drugs, which quickly turned into substance abuse. As a result of the drugs combined with his illness, he sometimes believed he was dead. One of his strangest and most powerful delusions involved his skull. He felt that his cranial bones had split apart and begun to shift beneath his skin, changing places and jumbling like puzzle pieces. He shaved his head to monitor their movements. At the age of
Wow.
At the age of 25, Chase was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and institutionalized to prevent him from becoming a danger to himself.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
His fascination with blood earned him the nickname Dracula. Among the psychiatric hospital's assistants who witnessed him kill and attempt to drink the blood of several birds in an effort to stave off the effects of a poison that was, he imagined, slowly turning his own blood to powder.
That would be wild.
He attempted to inject himself with rabbit's blood, which made him violently ill. Despite several similar incidents, the staff believed they had rehabilitated Chase and released him to live with his mother.
Okay.
They're like, screw this, let's just go ahead and release him. I don't want to deal with this
Hey,
guy.
man, just say he's good. He's got to get out of here.
He moved into an apartment with some of his buddies. However, because he tended to walk around naked, they kicked him out.
I would have left him, man.
Yeah, you know Chad, he's the guy that's always walking around naked around here. His fascination with blood resurfaced, and he began capturing and killing small animals. He would eat them raw or blend their organs with soda and drink the mixture. Ambrose Griffin, a 51-year-old woman who was helping his wife bring in groceries, became his first victim.
You said a 51-year-old woman
Yeah.
helping his wife.
I dropped my
It's
paper.
2025, so you can
I mean,
have that.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
was definitely a
You
man.
wrote one thing and said another. That's all I'm saying.
A 50-year-old woman who his wife.
His pronouns are different than his sex. It's totally fine.
While driving by their street, Chase pulled out a .22 caliber pistol and shot him in the chest. Chase entered Teresa Wallen's home, who was pregnant, through her unlocked front door. Chase shot Wallen 3 times using the same gun he used to shoot Griffin. Chase proceeded to stab her with a butcher knife before cutting out her organs and drinking her blood. He reportedly used a yogurt container as a cup.
Oh, man, I like yogurt.
Chase's final
Not anymore.
murders. Chase's final murders were the gruesome of all. Oh wait, no. Chase's final murders were the most gruesome of all. Just 4 days after Wallen's murder, Chase found Evelyn Muroff's door unlocked. Inside were her 6-year-old son, Jason Muroff, her 22-month-old nephew, David Ferreira, and a friend, Dan Meredith. In addition to cannibalism, Richard Chase was also known to engage in necrophilia with his victims' corpses.
Oh, goodness.
Meredith was murdered in the hallway, dead by a gunshot wound to the head. Chase subsequently stole his car keys. Evelyn and Jason were found in Evelyn's bedroom. The little boy had been shot twice in the head. Evelyn was partially cannibalized, her stomach was cut open, and she had multiple organs missing. There was also a failed attempt to remove one of her eyes, and her corpse had been sodomized.
No.
The baby, David Ferreira, was missing from the scene of the crime. The child's decapitated corpse was found months later behind a church.
Who could do that? My
This
God.
is
Blah, blah, blah.
Dracula.
I decapitated child's head. Blah, blah, blah.
You guys crack
Sounds more
me
like
up.
a Russian, but... The authorities were able to identify Chase's prints in Muroff's blood. When the police searched Chase's apartment, they found that all of his utensils were stained with blood and his fridge contained human brains. Chase
You
was
didn't wash
arrested
them off?
once
Where else would you keep them?
Well,
in
I
the
think
cabinet.
you
It
could,
just stink.
you
Yeah.
could wash them off, couldn't you?
Well, yeah, but you got to keep them fresh.
Oh,
Pillow fresh.
Ah.
Chase
we
was
don't make references now.
No, it's okay to reference.
Oh, okay. Well,
Chase.
I am chastised.
I am the one who talks.
I am therefore chastised.
Okay. I'm running
Chase was
away.
arrested. Once behind bars, Richard Chase's fellow inmates were apparently so disgusted with his crimes that they tried to convince him to kill himself. And considering that he was already convinced that tectonic plates were moving on his head, it wasn't that hard.
That's a good
True.
point.
The vampire killer was found guilty of 6 counts of murder and sentenced to death by gas chamber. Chase stockpiled the anti-anxiety medicine the jail staff offered him until he had enough for a fatal overdose. He was found dead in his jail cell the day after Christmas in 1980.
Oh, he just wanted to celebrate Christmas first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, I would.
Christmas is like the best.
To me, when I read that, that was
Like,
just
you had a lot of
very,
fun.
That was very disappointing to me that he didn't get the gas chamber.
Yeah, the gas chamber feels... I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of.
Sufficient.
Sufficient. That was the word, yes.
Seems like a proper atonement for his
I
sin.
wish the other guy got gas chamber also.
Yeah. But
the Russian guy.
he just took the weakling way out. Oh, I'm just getting part of my anxiety meds. Stuff like
Hopefully it hurt, at least.
Oh, I think you get really sick and stuff. So he
Yeah.
probably, had a rough way out probably.
Good.
If he was getting
I
sick,
may
they
or
could have
may
made
not
him
have
puke it
just made
out.
that up off the top of my head, but
I mean, it sounds right, and it's what I've seen in shows and movies.
To be fair, though, I think that was the most interesting guy we've talked about this episode.
Really?
That guy, yeah,
That's
the guy that
interesting,
was
yeah.
literally a vampire dude.
well, you can.
It's
think
better
of
than
that
the
way.
guy that squirts, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's true.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
squirter.
This-
What if he squirted blood? That would make it kind of cool too.
He's been doing it too much at that point.
Well,
he needs to get another outlet.
Wait,
I wasn't going there in my head until you said that, but
Yeah.
that makes
That's
I
sense.
understand. My head always goes there.
Yeah.
His head does too, evidently.
That's me every December 1st. Squirting blood.
Oh my god.
Ah!
After NNN.
Yeah. Herbert Mullin. Herbert Mullin believed that a massive earthquake would soon strike near his home in northern California, and Mullin had a grisly solution to the problem. Herbert Mullin's birthday was the anniversary of the devastating San Francisco earthquake of 1906, and as his schizophrenia worsened, he began to develop bizarre thoughts related to this deadly day. In 1972, a mathematician predicted that the San Andreas Fault would once again unleash a devastating earthquake on northern California. The voices in Mullin's head, which had already linked his birthday with earthquakes, told him that human sacrifice was the key to preventing the disaster.
Time out.
As Mullin later explained,
We human beings, through the history of the world, have protected our continents
What the heck?
from cataclysmic earthquakes by murder. In other words, a minor natural disaster avoids a major natural disaster.
surprisingly put together for like a homicidal maniac.
Yeah.
You know, you just sit him in a room, he's like just a normal dude, like a philosopher.
Yeah, he's using like words and sentences in ways that sound smart,
Well,
but
when you went off and said like the earthquakes and I thought it sounded like one of those documentaries that you see in school.
oh yeah, yeah.
Only it was like narrated by the Twilight Zone guy. Truly.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine like while he's talking, like the voices in his head start to take over.
Yeah.
Like,
You mean me
we
or
human beings, through the history of the world, have protected our continents from cataclysmic earthquakes by murder.
In other words,
A minor
Yeah.
natural disaster avoids a major natural disaster.
It's like that movie Split. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has, like-
amazing acting.
He has
in that
like
movie.
30 different personalities.
Yeah.
At least,
funny.
like, saw the
All right, back to the story.
All right.
His first victim was a man named Lawrence White. He beat White to death with a bat after seeing the man looking to hitchhike on the side of the road. His second victim was Mary Guilfoyle, a college student who had been hitchhiking. Mullin stabbed and dismembered her, then scattered her remains along the side of the road. The third murder occurred when Mullin went to a Catholic church to confess his sins to Father Henry Tomei, then beat and stabbed him to death. Mullin fled and Tomei bled to death right there in the confessional.
That's insane.
wow. Then who you confess to, right?
Right.
But did he confess to... Hold on, though.
Oh,
Did he confess to Tomei whilst he was murdering him? Like, before he murdered, he's like, I also apologize for murdering you, Father. And then he just stabs him to death.
And he's like, "You do 5 Hail Marys."
yeah.
I don't know if that's sacrilegious for them or not.
Yeah, he gives him advice while he's in his dying breath.
Yeah.
Then, on January 25th, 1973, Mullin killed 5 people all in one day. No earthquake had come, and he was more certain that his killings were keeping the disaster at bay.
Oh boy.
With his body count now at 8, he went to a campsite and killed a group of 4 teenagers.
Oh man.
Herbert Mullin was finally caught following his 13th and final murder. After shooting and killing a man in his front yard in broad daylight, the man's neighbor...
Get out of my yard.
Excuse me.
I just practiced.
The man's neighbor noted Mullin's license plate number and called the police. When caught, Mullin didn't resist arrest. During the trial, Mullin talked about the voices he had been hearing, the ones that had been telling him to kill. He referred to the messages as
Die songs.
Despite all of this, prosecutors produced evidence implying premeditation to the crimes, suggesting that Mullin was legally sane and was convicted of all 10 murders. He was sentenced to life in prison, where he died in 2022.
Man, we can't interview him.
But I will say, the one thing I have to say about the earthquake
That was
guy,
way too good.
before we leave, though, I researched, did the earthquake actually happen? There was no earthquake. So
Case closed. He saved a lot of people
Yeah.
by
That's what I'm
killing a
saying.
lot of people.
Yeah,
He killed 14 people, but he saved who knows how many lives?
that's true.
That's my theory, because, I mean,
That's your theory?
that's not even, it shouldn't even be called a theory, because it's pretty much
It's just fact.
Yeah. Do you hear that?
Yeah. I mean, that's what they did back in the old
Yeah, that's true, actually.
old times. They sacrificed people to stop volcanoes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're onto something.
Throw Joe into the volcano or something like that.
I'm
I don't
not
think they had
onto
names
something.
like Joe. It's more like Mbaku or something like that.
I'm not onto something. The
That's
voices
not
are onto
funny.
something.
True. All right.
Robert Pickton. Raised in a dysfunctional household by his parents, Leonard and Louise Pickton, Robert Pickton endured severe neglect. His mother prioritized farm duties over her children's basic needs, resulting in their frequent bullying at school due to poor hygiene and unwashed clothes that carried the stench of pig manure. There were even reports that Pickton would hide in pig carcasses as a kid when he wanted to avoid someone. I do the same thing. Before Pickton would begin his murderous spree, he would start by almost killing someone by accidentally running them over with his father's truck. He ran to tell his mother Louise. She went back to the place where the 14-year-old boy had been hit and reportedly pushed him into a deep swamp where his body was found the next day. After his mother's passing, Pickton owned and operated the farm with his brother David. Though they eventually began to forego farming to sell some of their property, this would not only make them millionaires, but also allow them to enter a very different industry. The Picktons began a non-profit charity, the Piggy Palace Good Times Society. These charity events were in fact raves that the brothers held in their farm slaughterhouse, which they'd converted into a warehouse-style space. Their parties were well known among locals and often drew crowds of up to 2,000, including bikers and local hookers.
All right.
Pickton's activities...
That really got me going, I guess. I'm sorry, sir. Excuse me.
Pickton's activities first came to light in 1997 when a woman escaped his farm after being attacked. Despite evidence, including a recovered handcuff key that fit the woman's restraints, prosecutors stayed the charges. This critical failure allowed Pickton to continue his killing spree unchecked. Detective Inspector Kim Rosmo, a pioneer in geographic profiling, theorized the presence of a serial killer in Vancouver, but his warnings were dismissed by police leadership. See, but I trust this guy because he's a geographic profiler. He's probably got voices in his head, telling him what's going on.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
This sounds like a serial killer. Shut up.
In February
That's what's happening in his head.
In February 2002, a firearms-related search warrant led Canadian police officers to Pickton's routine operation, which quickly escalated when officers discovered the personal belongings of the missing woman. Forensic teams unearthed an array of harrowing evidence, including human remains in various states, such as severed heads stored in buckets. Victims' belongings were scattered across the property, ground meat samples testing positive for human DNA, skeletal fragments, and blood-stained materials. Some of them had been handcuffed and stabbed, others had been injected with antifreeze. After they were dead, Pickton would either take their bodies to a meat rendering plant nearby or grind them up and feed them to the pigs that lived on his farm. In 2007, Pickton was convicted of 6 counts of second-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole for 25 years. Prosecutors say that Pickton told an undercover officer in his jail cell that he had killed 49 and was disappointed that he couldn't make it in even 50.
I would be too.
You could always kill someone in prison.
True, but he can't grind them up and sell them in his meat.
That's just extra, though. That's
Tell him
extra credit.
what now?
He used to do that. Yeah.
And sell him in his meat.
No, he would make sausages and stuff,
Yeah.
and he would.
He did sell him in his meat.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Normally my brain goes right there, and I did
I know.
not get
I was
that.
surprised you didn't.
No,
Yeah.
seriously. Seriously, he slung out his meat in front of everybody. Come on, guys.
And there was people in there.
Don't fart on my papers. You don't know it's there.
What? All right.
It was nothing.
In 2024, Robert Pickton died at the age of 74 following a violent assault by a fellow inmate.
Can't interview him either.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Can't
not
eat
coming
any of
on
his
our
meat.
podcast.
I wanted to at least see his meat.
Yeah. Chew on it a bit.
That's-
Dennis Nilsen sure loved meat.
Oh.
Though Dennis Nilsen recognized his homosexual desires,
Makes sense.
he was never comfortable with them and began acting on them through murder and dismemberment. He met his first young victim in a pub and invited him home, as he had on previous occasions. The next morning, overcome by a desire to prevent the young man from leaving, he strangled him with a tie before drowning him in a bucket of water. Taking the corpse to his bathroom to wash it, he then placed it back in his bed, later remarking that he found the corpse beautiful.
This is just some sick stuff here. I
He
like
took-
it.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, come on now, really.
Oh, you didn't want to do this with me after the podcast?
No,
He attempted
son.
Okay. He attempted to have intercourse unsuccessfully, then spent the night sleeping next to the dead man.
Jesus.
He finally hid the corpse under his floorboards for 7 months before removing it and burning the decaying remains in his back garden.
That probably smelled terrible.
Yeah, but he's at back Barton, I think. Might want to check that.
Bart
reread it.
Simpson.
Bart Simpson. That's the guy from Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh, so that what you did on
You'll
purpose?
see. You'll see the smell. I mean, you'll
I'll see
smell
it. I'll see the smell.
you'll smell it in the next pages.
All right.
Yeah, but you would think like.
Well,
You're probably
usually,
right.
we'll see. Nilsen had another close call with the police in October 1979 when a young student accused Nilsen of trying to strangle him during a bondage play session. Despite the student's claim, no charges were pressed against Nilsen.
Wait, isn't that what you do in a bondage play session? Strangle somebody?
Yeah, but I felt
Kinda
like
do, yeah.
he felt like he was going to kill him.
Imagine.
now.
Oh, okay. They didn't have a safe word. Is what you're saying.
Maybe they did, but he wasn't listening to it.
It's like, oh,
He had
what is it?
headphones
What
in.
is it?
Nilsen encountered his second victim, Kenneth Ochtendon, which may have been Ted
safe one?
Bundy, because we know that Ted Bundy went by Kenneth for a little while too.
Ooh.
Nilsen encountered his second victim, Kenneth Ochtendon, at a pub, took him home, and slept
Man,
with him.
could you imagine being saddled with that name? That'd be horrible.
Kenneth?
No.
Or Ochtendon.
Yeah, Kenneth. What do you think?
Well, you could just go by Ken.
So
Kenny.
smart.
Kenny? I know a Kenny.
Yeah. I was talking about Ockendon.
Oh,
Balls.
okay, yeah. Well,
Nilsen encountered his second victim, Kenneth Ochtendon, at a pub, took him home, and slept with him. Nilsen again succumbed to his fears of abandonment and strangled Ochtendon to death with an electrical cable. He cleaned up the corpse as he did before, and shared the bed with it overnight. He took photos, engaged in nookie, and finally deposed.
You did this on purpose, Luke. I mean, Mr. Ed or whatever.
He took photos, engaged in nookie, and finally deposited the corpse.
I
under
did
the
it all for
floorboards.
the nookie. What? The nookie. Sorry. That's a Fred Durst.
We gotta get through this.
Beastie Boys. Is that the Beastie Boys?
No, it's
I don't like them.
He took photos, engaged in nookie,
Who is
and
it?
finally deposited the corpse under the floorboards, removing. What? Oh. Removing it frequently and engaging in conversation as if Ochtendon were still alive. His third victim was Martin Duffy, a homeless 16-year-old whom he invited to spend the night. Nilsen strangled him and then drowned him, before bringing him back to bed and gooning over the teenager's corpse.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I wouldn't have known that word last week, so you might want to explain to the audience. That's
No,
older
they'll
than
get it.
That's older than 25.
No, they'll get it.
Yeah, that's
And if they don't get it, they don't deserve to.
That's true because it's like context is everything, right?
Yes.
5 people who watch this will get it.
Yep.
Duffy was kept in a wardrobe for 2 weeks before being placed under the floorboards with Ochtendon.
Oh, he kept them together.
Well, yeah, misery loves
no,
company.
excuse me.
Yes,
True.
makes sense. There used to be a group called Dokken, just for your information.
Used to be what?
a rock group called Dokken.
Docking?
Mhm.
Like docking?
No, just Dokken.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought I'd public announcement.
His next victim was prostitute Billy Sutherland, who had the misfortune of following Nilsen home one night. Another one of his victims, Malcolm Barlow.
Misfortune, like he just stubbed his toe or something.
Oh, yeah.
Accidentally followed him home.
Yep.
He was creepy. He's probably looking to kill him,
He
too.
was probably gooning all the whole way
Wow.
there.
That's impressive, actually, but still.
It is.
Another one of his victims, Malcolm Barlow, was an orphan with learning disabilities who was soon dispatched by strangulation.
Dispatched. You're having fun with these scripts.
Yeah.
I like it.
It is. I like it too.
By the time Barlow was killed, Nilsen was forced to stuff him under the kitchen sink as he was rapidly running out of storage space. With half a dozen bodies hidden around the apartment, he was forced to spray his room twice a day to get rid of the flies hatched from the decomposing bodies. When neighbors complained about the smell, he convinced them it stemmed from structural problems with the building. Still unable to quell his impulses, a further 3 victims were killed in his apartment. This presented Nilsen with much greater disposal challenges, given the apartment's lack of direct access to outdoor space. He overcame these obstacles by boiling the heads, feet, and hands, and dissecting the bodies into small pieces that could be flushed down the toilet and disposed of in plastic bags.
I've never.
You find
At least he got
murder
creative.
hilarious,
I
guess.
do. I know. I never thought it'd be that funny, but it is.
That'd be so funny. Imagine if it was like my brother.
Hey, my brother's dead. Okay, let's chill with that. All right. Yeah,
Sorry, my
so
dad. My dad.
Hurtful.
Yeah, that's way funnier.
Yeah, that really not funny. All right.
There were 5 other tenants at Cranley Gardens, none of whom knew There were 5 other tenants at Cranley Gardens, none of them knew Nilsen very well, and one of them called out drain specialist Dino Rod to investigate a drain blockage.
Dino Rod.
Yeah, I think that's the guy's name.
Dino Rod.
Yeah.
All right, sick.
I'm Dino Rod. I'm getting ready to change your drains.
I want to know what his commercials were like.
I know, right?
He's like Mr. T.
Maybe we should have their commercial like
Dino Rod, pity the
commercial,
two.
you know, stuff like that.
Dino Rod. I'm gonna look it up now.
I know, right?
Dino Rod, pity the two. He uses hands.
Pity the two. I use my hands to get that poopy out.
Oh my goodness.
You have a poopy butt? I'm a...
This was going there. Go ahead, keep going.
Just keep digging in your butt, twin.
Mr. Krabs, start digging in your butt, twin.
Yeah.
In the presence of the tenants, including Nilsen, the technician discovered rotten human... Okay. In the presence of the tenants, including Nilsen, the technician discovered rotten human remains, after which the police would be called in to investigate. Nilsen was met in the evening by Detective Chief Inspector J, who informed him that they wished to question him in relation to... That just sounds like somebody, like, in, like, a Cool Cat, like, cop. Like, it would be like some guy in a Cool Cat movie. Hello, I'm Detective Chief Inspector J.
I was just thinking about how many titles that it's like Mother of Dragons, Detective Chief Inspector J, first of their name.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
Nilsen was met in the evening by Detective Chief Inspector J, who informed him that they wished to question him in relation to the human remains that had been discovered in the drains. Upon entering the apartment, J noticed the pervasive foul odor and asked Nilsen what it was, at which point he calmly confessed that what they were looking for was stored in bags around the apartment. The judge sentenced Dennis Nilsen to life in prison, without eligibility for parole for at least 25 years. Nilsen died in jail in 2018.
Can't interview him either.
You poor guy. Wow.
And now your thing's broken too.
That's okay.
I'm just a little bummed because they let their human remains rot. I mean, how? You know?
But he admired them first.
Yeah, you should have turned him into soap or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's irresponsible.
Or sausage.
Yeah, sausage.
All right. It's not like anybody's going to watch this part anyways, but subscribe.
They've already turned it off.
Subscribe, like, hype. See you guys next time. We'll talk about something else. See ya.
Bye.